Hello there. It's so very nice to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Rowan. However, everyone just calls me the Pokemon Professor. Before I go any further, is this your first adventure? If you need advice, I'm certainly capable of giving it. This world is widely inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. Here, I have a Pokeball. Touch the button on the middle of the Pokeball, if you please. Oh, you mean this button? No, not that button. The button on the Pokeball. Yeah, we lived in the future of 2006, which means touchscreens. We humans live alongside Pokemon as friends. At times we play together, at other times we work together. Some people use their Pokemon to battle and develop closer bonds with them. What do? I conduct research so that we may learn more about Pokemon. Now, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Are you a boy or are you a girl? Well, last time I checked, I was a boy. Alright, so you're a boy. Yes, that's my gender identity. Tell me, what is your name? Well, my name is actually Robert. Some people call me Mr. Cheese, some people call me Mr. Cheese Gaming. However, I like going with the official names, which in this case is Lucas. And why am I using the cursor when I could just use the touchscreen? The official name is Lucas. Your name is Lucas? Yes. Okay, so you're Lucas? A fine name that is. Now this boy here, I believe he's your friend. What might his name be? Well, we have the option to use a custom name or use the default names Barry, Nolan, Roy, or Gavin. Most depictions of this boy or character refer to him as Barry, so that's what I'm gonna use. Barry, is it? That's your friend's name? Yes. Alright, Lucas, the time has come. Your very own tale of grand adventure is about to unfold. On your journey, you will meet countless Pokemon and people. I'm sure that along the way, you will discover many things, perhaps even something about yourself. Now go on, leap into the world of Pokemon. Pokemon are by our sides, always. I hope you will understand the meaning of these words. That was a comment left by Professor Rowan, who has returned to the Sinnoh from the Kanto region. That concludes our special program, Let's Ask Professor Rowan, brought to you by Jubilife TV on Nationwide Net. See you next week, same time, same channel. Same Poke time, same Poke channel? After a 4.5 minute intro, I can finally say, hey guys, Mr. G's Gaming here, and welcome to my new Let's Play, Pokemon Platinum. I must say, I have a bit of love for this game, simply because, as someone who has started off with the original Red and Blue, strangely, for some reason, I ended up skipping the next two generations. It took me long after Platinum came out before I played games like Pokemon Crystal and Pokemon Emerald. So, blame this game for getting me back into the Pokemon games. Anyways, let's take a step forward. I should have opened my menu because take a look at how slow that text speed is. There you are. Hey Lucas, did you just see the TV? Sure you did. Professor Rowan's that really important guy who studies Pokemon, right? Man, this text speed is slow. It's so wrong for your character. That means he must have lots and lots of Pokemon. So if we ask him, I bet he'd give us some Pokemon. Oh hey, is this a new PC? Where was I? Oh, right. We're going to go see Professor Rowan and get some Pokemon. I'll be waiting outside. Okay, Lucas, if you're late, I'm funding you 1 million. Let's change the text speed. Thankfully, if you check this sign, or rather just walk up to it, the X button opens the menu. Yeah, this game is fast, and if you consider this medium speed, take a look at slow speed. Choose one of 3 text display speeds. Yeah, we have the option of changing from stereo to mono. Battle scene basically gives you the option of playing the battle animations. We're going to keep that on. Battle style shift or set. This comes into play when the opponent's Pokemon faints. Usually if you set it on shift, if the opponent's Pokemon faints and he has more than 1 Pokemon left to battle, the option will pop up telling you what his next Pokemon will be and give you the option to switch your own Pokemon. Putting it to set means that you will not be able to switch Pokemon as soon as the opponent faints, and you're gonna have to waste a turn in order to switch Pokemon. Button mode, well, you can hit the start button to open up the menu, same as the X button, or you have the option of using L, which is equivalent to the A button. Kind of like in the Mother games, how L was alternative to A. Basically allows you to play the whole game left-handed, except menu is opened up with X. I wish there was a way to make it so that menu it would be like real Earthbound controls, where select and B would open the menu and, well, select and L, and I'll keep the battle button mode to normal and frame. You can have up to 20 different types of frames. Let's see. I believe Classic is here. Yep, here's the Classic 1 from Generation 1 and 2. However, I think I'm gonna stick to frame number 20 for the entirety of the game. Much better text speed. Well, anyways, let's go ahead and check out our room. Bought this TV as a gift. It's a Wii, controlled by a Wii remote. Ooh, motion controls, that's the way of the future, isn't it? Yeah, about that. Pokemon base mix. People live alongside Pokemon in this world. The people that battle Pokemon are called Pokemon trainers. A clock up there that we don't have to interact with. By the way, guess what time I'm recording this? My clock on my PC and my digital clock right next to me both say 7:22. I woke up at 6 this morning. That's like 3 hours before I usually wake up. So, good thing I had some coffee right before this. Lucas, Barry already left. I don't know what it was about, but he sure was in a hurry. Alright. Is there anything if I interact with the fridge? Favorite dessert in the refrigerator. Oh yes, Lucas. Don't go into tall grass. Wild Pokemon might attack you. It would be okay if you had your own Pokemon, but you don't, so... Well, take care, sweetie. I've been pronouncing it Pokemon this whole time, but yeah. Take a look. Early morning. If I was playing this just an hour ago, it would be even darker, but anyways. Check the mailboxes. Apparently it tells you the name of the people's residence. Twinleaf Town, fresh and free. Well, let's go ahead and visit Barry at his house and... What was that about? Oh, hey, Lucas. I'm going to see Professor Rowan. You should come too, and quickly. Oh, geez, forgot something. Unfortunately, if you try to go up to the route yourself, Mr. Roadblock would get in the way and push you back quite rudely. Hiya, Lucas. Barry was looking for you. I think he's home now. Why don't you check it out? Man, that text speed should have been a lot faster, like it was in previous generations. Well, let's say hello to the missus first.
Oh, hi, Lucas. Are you looking for Barry? He was gone for a second, but then he came running right back. He just can't sit still, that boy. I wonder who he takes after.
I don't know, if it's not you, it's his father. Or, I guess necessarily, you don't have to take after your parents. I most certainly didn't. My behavior was more so influenced by my grandparents, but anyways.
I'd better take my bag and journal too. Oh, hey, Lucas. I'll be waiting on the road. It's the 10 million fine if you're late.
I believe that symbol is actually Pokédollars. Say goodbye to the missus.
That kid rocketed off again like usual. I guess he would be out on Route 201 by now.
And she repeats what she said earlier. By the way, something that was not present in Diamond and Pearl, snow in Twin Lakes Town, which is strange because with the sunset and hours, it would actually imply that the Sinnoh region is based on Hokkaido, the island of Hokkaido in Japan. So I actually gone through the trouble of looking up sunset and sunrise times and just compare it, because in this game the sun rises at as early as 4 a.m. This means that this game would take place in the summer. It's kind of odd that we would have snow on the ground during the summer season, but oh well. Too slow. Sorry, the movement speed in this game. The movement speed in this game is really, really slow, admittedly. But thankfully, there's something to help with us fairly soon. Alright, let's get moving to Professor Rowan's lab. Mommy said that we're not allowed to go into the tall grass. What? Don't go into the grass, right? No worries, no problem. It doesn't matter if we don't have any Pokemon. Trust me on this one, I've got an idea. Now listen, you know how wild Pokemon jump out when you go into tall grass? So what you do is, you scoot over to the next patch of grass before any wild Pokemon can appear. The plan does not work for two reasons. One, that's simply not how the game is programmed. And two, I don't have the ability to run. And this game's walking speed is slow. If we keep dashing, we can get into Sandgem Town without running into wild Pokemon. Okay, stick with me. Okay, here goes. On your marks. Hold it! I accidentally gave you a more gruffy voice than I expected. It almost sounded like a drill sergeant. You two don't seem to have any Pokemon between you? Then what is the meaning of going into the tall grass? Hey, Lucas, this old guy. It's Professor Rowan, isn't it? What he's doing here? They tried to go into the tall grass because they wanted Pokemon. We didn't tell you that. Unless Lucas was somehow talking through that awkward silence. What to do? The world would surely change if they were to meet Pokemon. Is it right for me to put them on that path? You do. You truly love Pokemon, don't you? No, not really. Whoa, hold up. You're not making any sense here. I didn't quite catch that, so I will ask you again. You do. You truly love Pokemon, do you? Yes, of course. Me too. I love Pokemon too. I will ask you once again. You do. You truly love Pokemon, do you? What? You can ask 100 times, and the answer will never change. We'll both answer 100 times. We love Pokemon. Right, Lucas? No! That joke's getting old. What, you can ask? Yeah, and they'll just repeat. But thou must situation. pair of reckless kids who foolishly try to enter tall grass without Pokemon of their own? It worries me that people like you would do with Pokemon.
Well, then forget about me, but give a Pokemon to my friend here. I mean, it was me who tried to go into the tall grass and all.
How big of you. Very well then, I will entrust you two with Pokemon. I apologize for putting you through that exercise. However, you must promise me you will never recklessly endanger yourselves again. Now then. Now where?
Professor Rowan, you left your briefcase at the lake.
Oh, is something wrong here?
Oh wait, that was her talking! Whoops.
There it is. Done. Nice work. What I was about to do was to entrust these two with their own Pokemon.
Pardon? Those Pokemon are hard to replace. Are you sure about giving them away?
We are just side by side with Pokemon. There comes a time when people should meet Pokemon. There is a world that should be explored together. For them, today is that time. The place, right here. Go on, open the briefcase and choose a Pokemon.
Really, Professor Rowan? I can't believe it. I'm so happy now that I can keep a straight face. Hey, Lucas, you can choose first. Hey, I'm practically a grown-up. I have to show some class here. I was going to open it from the front because then the cinematic would make more sense because we somehow open it from the front by checking it from the side. Okay. Look, there are Pokeballs. There is a Pokemon in each one. Now choose which Pokemon it will be. Well, I'll go over each of the Pokemon in post-commentary. The Tiny Leaf Pokemon, Turtwig. Let's begin with Turtwig, our Grass-type starter. It's decent. It has good physical attack and good physical defense, but has terrible speed. In fact, it has the lowest speed stat of any starter Pokemon. However, once fully evolved into Torterra, it will have very few weaknesses and very few resistances. Torterra, best moves to teach Torterra comes about mid-game, starting with Earthquake at level 32, Leech Seed immediately after that at level 33, and Synthesis at level 39. Now we have our Fire-type starter, Chimchar. I considered it to be a great Pokemon, a good mix attacker but has fairly bad defenses, very few weaknesses, and many resistances. It can learn Mach Punch as early as level 14, and when fully evolved into Infernape, it can learn Close Combat at level 41, but Flare Blitz fairly late in the game at level 57. It is actually the only starter in the human-like age group, which I guess makes sense. Chimps and humans are genetically similar. And finally, we have our Water-type starter, Piplup. It's pretty great. It has great special attack and great special defense, but it has pretty bad speed. It has few weaknesses and many resistances though. It's fully evolved as Empoleon. It can learn Aqua Jet at level 36 and Hydro Pump pretty late in the game at level 59. It is actually the very first Pokemon designed by, I hope I'm saying this right, Yusuke Omura. Now with that out of the way, it should be obvious which one I'm going to choose. Usually, I choose Turtwig in my playthroughs, but never once have I ever chose Chimchar. Except for the past few days where I was just testing the recording and testing exactly how well I can do with a Chimchar up till the first gym. Funny thing is that in my previous practice run, I actually managed to get a female Chimchar, which is kind of funny. At the time, I was actually thinking, well, it would be funny if I got a female Chimchar, and sure enough, that's what happened. A 12.5% chance. Well, then I choose you. I'm picking this Piplup. Of course, waiting for me to choose so that you can get the type advantage.
Very well. Both of you have chosen a good Pokemon, it seems. Now listen well. The Pokemon that you have been entrusted are unfamiliar with the world. In that regard, they're much like you. As a fellow newcomers to the world, I hope you'll do well together. If you have any trouble, come see me in my lab in Sandgem Town. And now, we'll be on our way.
Professor, wait for me, please. I'm sorry, please let me pass. How do you like that? Professor Rowan's really nice. On TV, he seems so stern and scary. Dancing in Blaze! Lucas, we both got Pokemon now. There's only one thing to do, right? Are you up for this?
Nope.
What's with that attitude? Don't be that way. Fine. I've always wanted to say this, but time has finally come. Lucas, I challenge you to a battle. Here it is, our very first battle. Piplup versus Chimchar, and if it's female again, okay. Pretty basic. Fight. Whatever starter you choose, he'll choose the type advantage. Let's start off with, we start off with two moves. His Piplup should have Pound and Growl. I think Turtwig also has Growl. Our moves, we have Scratch, basic normal attack, and Leer lowers the enemy's defense. Let's start off with a Scratch. Growl is going to lower our attack, so every time that it uses Growl, I suggest using, what the? That one hurt you? That one hurt you? I should read it that way. So every time it uses Growl, I'm gonna counter with Leer. Which might take a while because this AI tends to use Growl a lot. And I mean a lot. It only takes 6 Growls to get our attack down to the minimum that it could possibly be lowered. If we switch out Pokemon, our stats will be buffs and debuffs will be reset. I believe that was 4 in a row, which means it's gonna use Growl maybe 2 more, or 1 more. Now, the reason why I ain't actually bothering to use Leer is because in previous playthroughs, not making that choice actually did get me, caused me to lose this battle. No joke. Thankfully, we outspeed it, so... No way, we can keep going. This is where we hit our stride. And hoping that it uses Growl again. Hoping that it does not get a critical hit. There we go, just barely won. And this should get us a level increase. What are you saying? We ended up losing? And we earned 500 Poké Dollars. Yeah, Poke stands is short for pocket money. Whew, let's go home. I'm beat after that battle. My Pokemon needs rest too. See ya, Lucas. What's the matter, dear? Wow, that's happened to you? You and Barry are lucky to have met Professor Rowan. Imagine if you didn't. I wouldn't like to think of what the wild Pokemon might have done to you two. Lucas, go see Professor Rowan and sync him properly for your Pokemon. His lab is in Sanjum Town, isn't it? Now that you have your own Pokemon, the tall grass won't be so threatening.
I think I alternated between saying Pokemon and Pokémon. The correct pronunciation is Pokémon, and like resume, but still.
Oh, I know. Lucas, put these on.
Finally! We have what in other games would be the standard walking speed, but better option.
Going to Sanjum Town is like an adventure in itself, right? With those running shoes, you can go to faraway places much faster.
Just hold down the B button. But what's nice is that unlike in the previous generation, you can run indoors, which is very nice. Also, we can finally check on our Pokemon. What nature? Careful nature. I actually don't know natures all that well. But basically what natures do is that depending on what type of nature it is, it can raise a stat, decreases a stat. It also affects what its favorite flavor food is. You're probably wondering what that has to do with anything, but favorite food, flavored food does come into play.
Quick to flee, I think that raises speed. I think that's another factor that affects stats.
Okay. Chimchar, like you said, is basically a fast mix attacker, so it seems right. Blaze fires up fire-type moves in a pinch. Basically, if your HP falls below 10%, your fire-type moves would actually be multiplied by 1.5. That's about it. Anyways, I'm sorry that this game starts off very slow, but I'm gonna have to end it here. But anyways, if this looks promising, hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave behind a comment and like this video if you like this video. And I'll see you guys next time as we see the world of Pokemon and see what we can do with our new partner, Chimchar. I will see you guys next time.